I'm back.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
You know what? I got this one. Let's
Go.
go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah! Woo! Let's roll. Good morning. Welcome to the tripped out Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And Shane, if you'll do the honors, this first hour is presented in part by SeatGeek. Use the code Snowman for 20% off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan, and it's for concerts, for games, for whatever event you want to see. SeatGeek, using the code Snowman is the way to go. And we are presented by Wanna Parlay, the world's richest parlay. Thinking about putting a parlay together? Do it through Wanna Parlay. Use the code Snowman for a 250% deposit match on your deposit. And thank you to Sean for being a partner of the show. And we're also presented by BetUS.com. BetUS.com, where the game begins. The big dog is with me. I am back, and I thank you all for the prayers and the good vibes, because I had a totally rotten day yesterday, but you guys were there to pick me up. Thank you to Shane for yesterday's show. It was on fire, and I love it.
Man, I told you we were cooking yesterday. I only planned on going 60, but we went damn near 90.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Welcome to the folks on Mosaic TV as well as Zebo TV, and there may be a third partner in the works come January. So stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned.
You're actually able to go to the arcade for a bit.
I saw that, and I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Parker literally lives like 3 hours from my door. So to have him.
Thank you to Parker for popping on yesterday and for the time change.
I got
everything that was going on early with me yesterday. Those of you who don't know, my car is now basically done.
Ooh.
Because I have a power steering issue, and I'm going to try to raise as much money as I can to get the damn thing fixed so I can get going again. So if y'all pop in and you hear this, the cash app you need is $ Tallman Dr. K50. I'm going to create a different scent while we're in motion today. That will highlight all the ways you can contribute to the show. You can also do it via Super Chat, which we had Tuesday. We had a super chatter come Tuesday, and it was Paul Wilson. And Paul, thank you so much for the contribution. Naima Latif, one of my dear friends from Chicago, says, "Good morning from Chicago. Love your show." Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in.
I gotta say something because this show has warped my brain a couple times.
Oh, hell.
So I was watching some of the press conferences from Monday Night Football.
Yes.
And I was watching Jameis Winston, and he was talking about,
oh God, famous Jameis.
Yeah, he was talking about how, this ain't, this isn't me. This, all these pick sixes, this isn't me. And the first thing that came to my mind was, yes, Jameis, it is you.
It's you. I love it.
It's always been you.
And
ever since Tampa Bay.
Since Florida State. All right.
Yes.
Since Florida State, when he dropped the ball against Oregon in a playoff game.
Oh my!
Anybody remember that? In a playoff game, it was a 4th and 5. Jameis dropped back to pass, and he was getting ready to crank up and throw, and he lost his footing, lost the ball, and Florida State lost the game.
Yeah, it's always been you. It will always be you forever and ever, and you know what the rest is.
Amen.
But
amen to that.
But I will say though, I've been impressed with how he stepped into the role.
Yeah.
After Deshaun Watson went down with the injury, he stepped right into it, and he hasn't made it all about him. But this man is unironically the funniest guy because they mic'd him up. I think it was the game prior. And
somebody jump off sides. Damn.
Exactly.
He was trying to get the Steelers. It was against the Steelers.
He was trying to get the Steelers to jump off. I was like,
and they wouldn't budge. They wouldn't budge.
If I was on the defensive line, I would have laughed my ass off. I would have laughed.
I know I would have. Because the next thing you hear, somebody jump offside. Damn. I'd have waited till the timeout and I'd have bust out laughing.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I'd have waited till the timeout and I would have bust out laughing. All right, y'all. This first hour is mine.
All right. Take it away.
This ought to be good.
Here's how we're going to lead it off. So found out the finalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we had a small discussion yesterday.
Oh, we had a discussion about that one.
Man, we had a discussion about all the Hall of Fames yesterday. I think that was our longest segment.
Yes, we did.
It was.
And that reaction still, man, is how we all were with a couple of the Hall of Fames. Just
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
So
how can you omit the first player to ever have a 1,000 season? Give me this. In 1985, a fellow named Roger Craig had the first ever 1,000 season. 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving. That feat has since been repeated by Marshall Faulk and Christian McCaffrey. Marshall Faulk has since been honored with a gold jacket, a bust, and his spot in the Hall of Fame. My question is this: why won't you do the same for the first fellow to ever accomplish the feat?
And the question also is, how long are you going to make CMC wait? Because CMC, as great as he's been, he's not a spring chicken. At some point, his career is also going to be up. How long are they going to make him wait?
I am so angry with the Pro Football Hall of Fame and how they continue to disrespect Roger Craig.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, Ricky Waters, another former 49er running back, was on the Hall of Fame list. He got eliminated, but he was on the list. Roger Craig was on the senior list.
Right.
Why won't y'all give him the love he deserves and the gold jacket he deserves? See, the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the voters therein are full of shit. They're full of shit.
You're correct.
Because they continue to omit, block, and cast out the first player to ever do the deed.
Mm-hmm.
The year was 1985 when it happened. And I'm sorry, Victor, but I got to mention this. It was at Candlestick Park, and it came against the Dallas Cowboys.
That's fine.
Third quarter.
That doesn't bother me at all. It's Roger Craig. It's a sign of greatness.
You know what this Hall of Fame is? I mean, purely and unadulterated.
Trays.
Look, you know how I am, Snowman. I am never gonna hate on greatness, and Samson had a lot of great.
Me neither.
From
your
Jerry
90s
Rice,
Cowboys were fantastic.
Right. And
I'm not gonna hate as much as I pick on Cowboy fans, real Cowboy fans.
Right.
Not the 90s. I am not.
Right. And
I am not going to hate on greatness at all.
And I show so much love to the likes of Smoking Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Mr. Receiver, Steve Young, and of course you got to throw in Roger Craig. So
and for that matter, you got to throw in John Taylor.
But the weird thing is, and I asked this before, what going forward there needs to be a solid structure, a solid completely filled out structure of what constitutes a Hall of Fame worthy career, because it seems like the goalpost keeps getting moved back further and further and further and further so that certain people can get in and others are left out.
By the way, I got to correct you on something, Snowman. Ricky Waters is still eligible under the 25 players that are under consideration for class of 2025.
Okay. So he's still eligible, right?
He's still eligible. They're going to narrow it down to 15 with the names announced December 28th through the NASCAR Hall of the NFL Hall of Fame and on the NFL Network. We were bitching about all the Hall of Fame.
I get it.
Dog went in on the NASCAR.
I saw it and I made it one long segment when I cut everything up yesterday, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. My thing is, why won't y'all give the love to Roger Craig that he deserves?
Because
if you're talking about someone who came into the league as a fullback in 1983, 3 years later he became the starting running back when Tom Rathman came in, and Tom Rathman needs to get some love too. He and Daryl Johnston, two of my favorite fullbacks of all time, along with Matt Suey. But this is about Roger Craig.
To me, the fact that you have beat writers making these decisions, you got to 86 that. Because you're starting to see starting to pile up.
Yep.
And you start to see, they don't want to see a person in for this reason or that reason that has nothing to do with being on the field.
Roger Craig won 3 Super Bowls, 19, 23, and 24. He became the first player in Super Bowl history to score 3 touchdowns in a Super Bowl game. Super Bowl 19. Look it up.
Yep.
Okay. The Super Bowl 23. Okay. Montana threw for 356 yards. 215 of them went to Jerry Rice. Guess where 101 of them went?
Roger Craig.
Roger Craig. 9 catches, 101 yards.
Right.
And he also had 60-plus rushing yards in the game. So he's not worthy with all those numbers? I've run out of things. I'm going to close this because I've run out of things to say. But I will insert this.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, get all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
I said this yesterday. It's getting to the point where we can no longer use Hall of Fame as a measuring stick for, for greatest of all time in pretty much any sport, because the Hall of Fame is no longer a collection of all of the greatest of all time.
It's arbitrary.
It is arbitrary.
Because if that were the case, Roger Craig would have been enshrined on his first try.
Roger Craig would have been enshrined, and Pete Rose would have been enshrined in Cooperstown.
We went deep on that one.
To the Hall of Fames, even if you invite me as a press member, until fellows like Roger Craig, Pete Rose, John Taylor, Darrell Johnston, Tom Rathman, and others like him and others like Pete Rose get their due in the Hall of Fame.
I ain't coming.
Which includes Paul Konerko.
Yeah.
You, and you. That's Snowman's take. What's yours?
He's back and he's already got the oven cranked up.
Oh, I got more. Because there was something I was supposed to do yesterday, but I couldn't make it home in time. I'm going to do it today.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Dietz.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, my dear. That's, of course, my beautiful wife, Jody, bringing us back from break. And we got more liners in the works for the show and for the network. And I want to thank Tom D'Alfonso, who is taking on the role of being our main graphic artist. He and Droid will handle the graphics. Droid will handle the graphics for the show. Tom will handle it for the network. And he's also going to be a contributor. And Tom, I thank you so much for the identity for Snowman Sportsnet, which will officially make its debut tomorrow when the Pacers play the host Chicago Bulls. And I will have live coverage beginning at 7. And, of course, Saturday. Oh, I can't wait for Saturday.
Man, I've already got...
Not 2, not 3, 4 title games on Snowman Sportsnet, including dual coverage in the 8 o'clock slot.
Yo, hold up. You said Tom D'Alfonso is doing the graphics?
Yeah.
This dude's done for me in the sim racing world for years.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got him?
You know who TD is? Yeah.
You got him?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Yes.
There you go.
This dude does some quality stuff.
This dude does some award-winning stuff. And now he is officially a member of Snowman Multimedia, which means I'm going to pay him. Just like I'm going to pay the big dog. I'm going to pay Victor Locke. I'm going to pay Droid. And no one expects it to happen. This is the beautiful part. No one expects it to happen except those in our circle that, and I got to use the button. We got Zebo on this morning that don't expect it to happen. And those of you that believe, keep telling me, go get this shit. So I am.
Man, you got my boy Tommy D.
I'll be Tommy D.
I'll be damned.
I got Tommy D.
Okay, then.
And
I was wondering why that name sounded familiar. So live research while we're doing things. I'm like, wait a minute. This dude?
That dude. That guy.
Damn.
I got that guy.
You got that guy.
I got that guy.
Okay.
I know it's not going to cover the entire screen, but I'll try it anyway. He's already given me some masterpieces.
Oh, this dude is money when it comes to graphics. Believe me.
He's already given me some masterpieces to use, like this.
Yep, I could tell that's definitely his deal.
Oh yeah, and y'all saw the name, right? Snowman Sportsnet.
That's
Tom
right.
came up with the idea. I'm gonna launch the website. I'm gonna monetize the hell out of that bitch, and we about to get paid. If I can help it, beginning January 1st, it'll be our first paying month, which means the rest of December is gonna be a blur, but I don't care. This portion of Snowman in the Morning is brought to you in part by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. Go to invadercoffee.com, use the code Snowman, and you get 50% off of your purchase.
Yes.
Now, before Chris Simpson comes in and before Chris Dietz come in, because it's a Chris-like Thursday, I have a little unfinished business.
Let's go.
Oh, boy.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Oh, hell. Do we have to?
Yes, we do.
I'll try to keep this short. I promise.
We didn't do any of this yesterday.
Because we didn't have to.
I'll try to keep it short. I'll
Okay.
try.
What happened?
David
What happened?
Price fixed his fingers to type the following quote: "In my expert opinion, despite the embarrassing defeat by the Heat, still proving LeBron James is still the best player in the world right now at the age of 40. He has no help. GM Lakers should trade the whole team. No lies detected. Only trolls will disagree." Close quote.
So you mean to tell me you're about to deal with this? Seriously?
Frivolity. It
What
must be
you
dealt with.
mean?
You know, this conversation is going to be a short one. Hey, David Price, listen and hear me well. LeBron James is trash when it comes to playing basketball. What he's doing at the age of 40 is trying to stat pad, is trying to play a game with his son, and he is furthering his film career, which is in the toilet right now, no matter how much money he puts into it. You just don't get it. You bronzexuals just don't get it. Listen to me carefully. At the age of 40, LeBron James, night after night after night, is getting embarrassed. Matter of fact, LeBron has been getting embarrassed game by game for the past 10 years. All the way until the game where he left Cleveland, when he got embarrassed by the Boston Celtics. Oh, by the way, there was a game in 2011 where he got embarrassed by the Chicago Bulls. No, change that. He got embarrassed by the Bulls 3 times as a member of the Heat that year because they swept the series. And it should have been a sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals, but that's a conversation for another time. He has no help. Really?
It's very funny.
He has no help. The dude has had more help than me, and I beat cancer. The dude has had more help than Victor taking off the weight, and I'm with him in the fight because Victor hasn't had that much help outside of doctors and us.
It's very funny when LeBron James is a concern, because every time LeBron wins, the Bronsexuals are like, see, he don't need nobody. He can do it all by himself. He's the greatest to ever do it.
You're going the way I was going, Victor. Finish it.
He can do it all. He can do it all by himself. He can, defend all 5 positions and all this. But when he lose, well, it's not a one-man show. He needs help. It takes 5.
You want to know what their biggest absolute problem is when it comes to all of this?
This moment of bronze-sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze-sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KAY. Real LJPN, now approve all this.
That's their problem.
Got another one.
Okay.
Oh hell!
I got another one.
You mean to tell me you had a second one of these?
What you mean?
Yeah. Side note: Chris Simpson will not be able to join us this morning. He's having connection issues, so we're gonna hold him out for after championship Saturday.
Okay.
Ramon James, goat for goats, as I'm reading this. And I'm reading this word for word, folks. I'm reading this word for word. Says, quote, everything for Jor Quit fans. There's the first thing that pissed me off.
Right there.
Is
right
about
there.
finals. Finals record, finals average, game-winning shots, except for his finals competition. Hashtag zero competition. Close quote.
So the Lakers of the early '90s was no competition.
The Portland
Pistons
Trailblazers were no competition.
The
The Detroit Pistons were no competition. The New York Knicks were no competition. Do you know how many 60 win teams Michael Jordan has beaten on his way to 6 championships? Plenty. So Ramon James, goat for goats, quit lying, okay? I wrote this, and I mean every word of this, because I am 52 years old, and I'm sick and tired of these people. You are just plain stupid, and you don't watch the game. Let me repeat that. You are just plain stupid, and you don't watch the game. You got his member in your mouth for so damn long, where you got juice coming out of the side of it. It's coming out of your ears, and it's coming out of your mouth again. Because you won't take a look at the game. Don't fall over, Shane.
I'm sorry, but who needed that visual?
No.
I'm on a roll, okay? And Shane nearly fell out of his chair.
And this dude said that Jordan had no competition. Buddy, I got something for you.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying. Oh.
Okay.
There you go.
See, I am so sick of this conversation. I really am. Because the whole bit of, well, Jordan didn't have any competition. You're saying Reggie Miller wasn't competition? Patrick Ewing wasn't competition? Larry Bird wasn't competition? Isaiah Thomas,
Joe Dumars,
Magic Johnson,
Rodman,
Dennis Rodman,
Drexler,
Charles Barkley,
Kevin Johnson,
Karl Malone, John Stockton, Alonzo Mourning,
Danny Ainge,
Dominique Wilkins,
Dennis Johnson for you, Shane. Dennis Johnson, Robert Parrish,
John Starks,
Hakeem Olajuwon.
You saying
Patrick
all those
Ewing.
guys weren't? You saying all those guys, and we named a ton of Hall of Famers, weren't competition? Really? You stupid. And then there's Nelson Tom, who put together a GOAT pyramid.
Oh no.
Before you even go there, one question.
English, do you speak it?
Mr. Shane Lake, aka the Big Dog, aka my super producer. I drink to that. If I put Irish cream in this thing, I'm going to be falling over. So I'm not.
Save that for the confessional with the father.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean the real Irish cream. You know what I mean?
I know that. I know that.
Say that when Mr. McCoffee rejoins us.
Exactly.
On this pyramid, he has LeBron James number 1. There's your first lie.
At the very top, of course.
Mm-hmm. The second tier, he has Abdul-Jabbar, MJ, and Magic Johnson. The third tier, he has Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Will Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal, and Akeem Olajuwon. And in tier 4, the only name I got to tell you that's on tier 4, which is false, is Julius Erving.
Man, he's way higher than tier 4.
Tier 4 for Julius Erving? Who the are you kidding? You stupid.
I think the better thought.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Absolutely.
It's like I said before, the Bronsexuals are, in my opinion, the only fan base that will actively and openly denigrate other greats to prop up their king.
And you want to know what the problem is with all that? Wrong one. I'm having that type of morning. It's the same damn button. It's the same feeling of the button. There it is. There's the problem.
Yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you forever and ever. And my church stood up and said,
Amen. Paid for by the city. Feel.
Not anymore. Listen, I'm going to come here. LeBron James is trash as a basketball player. His 4-6 record in the finals is only the tip of the iceberg. How about the time in 2004 when he walked off the floor with time running down against the Atlanta Hawks, and it was a home game? How about the time when he faked an injury in the finals against the Spurs because he was afraid of Kawhi Leonard?
LeBron James was actually fearful of Kawhi Leonard.
That's a true statement.
By the way, I don't even need to start with the stats, but I'll give you a couple. Michael Jordan has 10 scoring titles, all in succession. LeBron only has 1. Michael Jordan has led this league in steals 3 times. LeBron has never done that. Sure, both players won Rookie of the Year, but it was more of a popular vote when LeBron won. Michael Jordan actually proved he was the Rookie of the Year. How many times has LeBron James averaged 30 points in the season? That would only be once. How many times has Michael Jordan done it? That would be 8.
Mm-hmm.
And to close things out, how many times has LeBron James won my favorite postseason award?
DPOY.
DPOY. Know what that stands for, Bronsexuals? Defensive Player of the Year. How many times has LeBron been voted Defensive Player of the Year? Let's see. Go through that. Would be none.
LeBron has never played defense enough to actually be considered for DPOY.
Warrant consideration for the award. Absolutely right, Victor. Absolutely right.
And you want to know the biggest thing that the difference really lays between Jordan and LeBron?
Hit it.
Michael has never needed any of these.
Game 7.
In the years that Michael Jordan has been in the playoffs, he has only faced a game 7, a grand total of 3 times. 1990, okay? 1990, East Finals against the Pistons. The Bulls lost that game, 92-73. 1992,
loaded
against the New York Knicks, and the Bulls won that game 110-92. And of course, 1998 against the Indiana Pacers, Eastern Finals, which was a hell of a series.
The battle with Reggie.
Yes. Jody and I were talking about it this morning. And the Bulls won that game 7, 88-83. And at the end of the game, Michael and Reggie showed love for each other during the post-game handshake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was two Warriors that went balls out.
Yes, they did.
I was glued to the television for every game in that series. But let me close things out here. LeBron James, as a basketball player, you a bitch.
Yes, especially all the flopping that you do.
Flops like a fish out of water, and there is no water. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned.
Hold up. I'll take the
false start.
I'll take the false start. By the way, the 6 championships that Michael Jordan won, he won it with one team.
That's
if
true.
If you Bronsexuals want to celebrate LeBron winning 3 titles with 3 different teams, go right ahead. You know what it does for me? Not a damn thing. Because it tells me that when the time that he was chasing championships, he actually cared.
I'll put a bow on this puppy here. One thing that we all credit Jordan is that he made his teammates better. Scotty, Horace.
Will you preach that again, please?
One thing that we always credit Jordan is that pretty much every teammate that he's had has benefited with him being a teammate. He's made his teammates better.
I'm sorry. He's made his teammates what? Let me hear that again. Where'd he go? Victor.
I think he muted himself.
Yeah. He made his teammates better. Okay? Scottie Pippen, in his Hall of Fame speech. No, reverse that. Michael Jordan, in his Hall of Fame speech in 2009, said, quote, all the videos, you didn't just see me. You saw Scottie Pippen. Let me say that again. In Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame speech in 2009, which I watched every minute of, in all the videos, quote, in all the videos, you didn't just see me. You saw Scottie Pippen.
Right.
Every championship I ever won. Close quote.
I'm sorry about that. Once again, the computer decided to die.
Oh, man.
My laptop decided to die out. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. You look at Scotty, you look at Horace, Bill Cartwright, Will Perdue, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley, John Paxson, B.J. Armstrong, Stacey King, Ron Harper, and so many others. They all said that they have gotten better because they play with Mike. Name one player that has played with LeBron where they say, I've gotten better with LeBron.
I can't.
LeBron's chased more out of where he's played.
Not even Kyrie. Not even Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie wanted to get away from LeBron. As quick as a wink. He wanted to get away from LeBron.
Mm-hmm. Now Anthony Davis is stuck with him.
AD. AD's
and what did I say? AD had so many chances to get the hell away from LeBron.
He should have went home.
He should have gone home, and home is Chicago. And when people laughed at me, and boy, did they ever laugh.
Mm-hmm.
They laughed. They laughed. Oh, they laughed. They laughed. They laughed. Ha, 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 ha. AD's not going anywhere. Now look at him.
You wish he did. He made Westbrook worse. And we didn't think that was even possible.
Listen, AD had a chance to go to 2 different places in free agency. Either Chicago or San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Warriors got Jonathan Kuminga. The Bulls have Zach LaVine. Oh, and the Bulls are a playoff team. Mark my words. By the end of the season, they're going to be a playoff team. If y'all don't like it, kick rocks. I don't care. They're going to be a playoff team. And unfortunately for you bronzexuals, especially after the 41-point loss. No, Shane, do me a favor. Push the button to complete this sentence. The Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James last night took a 41-point craptacular. Let me do that again. The Los Angeles Lakers, a preseason pick, if you can believe it, to be Western Conference champions.
I'm surprised they weren't picked to be NBA champions.
They were picked to be NBA champions.
Oh, they were? Okay.
They were. Yes, people actually uttered the statement, and I socked them dead in the face when they did. I'm kidding. I didn't do that. I laughed in their face. That I did do. The Los Angeles Lakers, by a count of 134-93, took a 41-point spectacular, audacious, bodacious, craptacular. Now take that, you dumb bitches. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a...
I'm sorry, throw the flag again.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Someone continues to ask me, and I mean bronzexuals ask me this all the time. Name one thing that Michael Jordan has that LeBron doesn't.
What you mean?
I said, that's easy. And they put a condition on it, of course. I said, what's the condition? You can't use championships. Oh, that's easy. DPOY.
Also, 3 different times, Michael Jordan led the league in 2 different stats.
Scoring and steals.
You know, this is really starting to become a condition of...
This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it has.
Can I say it this time?
Please, close it.
Get out of our faces, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are...
And in case you didn't hear it from us, we all said, say it with me, fellas. Get out of our face,
you
thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
All hail King Cole Johnson for creating that segment.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
When he created that segment, and he did the opening a la Law and Order, I fell out of my chair.
This is the majesty that is King Cole Johnson.
What really got me when he was doing Cole Sports on the Daily when he threw this the very first time, I fell out of my seat and roared. I was living in North Carolina at the time. I fell out of my seat and roared. All right. Because I saw that face and went, oh, dear God.
Right.
And that's where the ever infamous "what you mean" came from.
Same day. Because Victor called me with that. Jody comes flying in. Jody was working from home. She comes flying in. She hears me because I was a lot heavier at the time. And she thought I was having breathing issues again. And she said, are you okay? I'm like, baby, I'm fine. I've just been laughing. She says, why have you been laughing? I'll show you. I showed her this, and she walked out.
Right.
Question of the day.
Okay.
And it goes, all right, our question of the day presented by Invader Coffee goes like this. Y'all know how often I talk about my beautiful wife, Jody.
Yep.
What is one thing that your better half has done to totally distract you from what you were doing? And I will start first. Good morning, Droid.
Oh, yeah, but
Wait, whoa. What's the matter?
I don't think he's awake enough.
I want to apologize on behalf of myself for waking up late consistently. It's been a week. I'll say
it's
that.
fine, bro.
Droid, shut up apologizing. If anybody should apologize, it's my ass. Because I'm the king of this. And the king hasn't been here because of some very horrible technical difficulties. Brother, you're fine.
Otherwise, you can put it in the boards, bro.
You're here. Here's the point. And y'all stressed this to me yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You're here.
Yes.
Okay? You're here. I'm here. Okay? You're fine, brother.
You're gonna put in the boards, bro.
If I was, look, I'd walk up behind you and give you a big old hug and appreciation if I were there. Because I appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
You did not have to take the role of coming on as a third host of Snowman in the Morning. But after I did the interview with you, I just knew you'd be a great addition to this crew. Okay? We know you work, okay? You bust your ass, all right? There are times I've asked you to come up with graphics and you're like, oh, I don't know. And you come up with a masterpiece, especially for the play-by-play side. And you're going to get a big assist in that. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But, brother, I have to thank y'all, Shane, you, Droid, and Victor, especially for yesterday when I had an absolutely rotten day. And Droid, your opening yesterday and the way that you greeted the people after the opening, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to clip it and I'm going to use it. Just beware. I'm going to
there goes my cup.
Did you drop something?
Yeah, I dropped my cup, but I got a can. It don't matter. I got a can.
That's good. That's good.
Now stop it before Shorzy puts you in the boards, bud.
But also last night I did a lot of card opening because I got Target started releasing these hockey boxes. And they just come with like 8 packs and it's like $17. And I'm like, this is a steal because the official Upper Deck ones, they give you only 6 packs and they're like $30.
Yeah.
And it has some like unique card designs like this one. Very unique. I have not seen this before.
Right.
And especially these ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what? I'm going to get back into card collecting because when I went away to college,
I think my binder might just be barely in frame, but it's like down there.
Yeah. When I went away to college in 1990, I had a ton of cards that my parents sent with me. If I'd have known about how to do card collecting back then, because I know my dad tried to get me into it, my grandpa tried to get me into it, and they did it with baseball cards.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem was I loved watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I loved watching the game a whole lot more. And that's when my love for broadcasting baseball started. When I heard, it was a ton of it was a ton of guys. When I heard Vin Scully, when I heard Jack Buck, Al Michaels was doing baseball at the time when they were splitting the baseball coverage between NBC and ABC.
Right.
Then Sean McDonough showed up in my life in 1992 with the Braves and the Pirates.
Sean McDonough.
Sean McDonough. He's a Boston native, isn't he, Shane?
Yeah, he is. He spent a lot of time with Nesson in the 80s before moving national.
Is he? I want to take a guess. Is he the son or the brother of Will McDonough?
I'd have to look. Give me a second.
Because I swear they're related in some way. Because I remember Will McDonough as one of the sideline reporters for CBS covering football.
Mm-hmm.
And what pleased me, we're talking about fathers and sons. What pleased me when I saw Joe Buck share the booth with his father, Jack. Talk to me, Shane.
I'm looking this up right now. Just bear with me. Currently employed by ESPN and WEEI Red Sox Radio. McDonough is experienced at it. Yep, son of Boston Globe writer Will McDonough.
He's baby boy.
But
Sean,
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. There was a card I pulled, and I cried.
Oh,
because I haven't seen this name in a minute, and it still hurts to know that we lost him. And
yeah,
Johnny Hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Hockey.
Our prayers are forever with his family.
Yes, indeed.
Forever. Oh man, don't make me cry.
Can I call some
forever and ever?
Amen.
Can I call some BS real quick?
Go for it.
What you got?
So we jumped on Aziz Al-Shahir yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a chance to look at this, and I used the term in big quotations, apology that he had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one I read out.
Yes. Where he said he didn't know that Trevor was sliding when he made his move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bruh. And Joy said it. Joy had put nail in the head. There was a 5-yard difference.
Mm-hmm.
How do you not know when he slid? And then First Take even went on and said, I don't know if this was, I think this was Jeff Saturday who said this.
Careful with what you say about First Take around here.
I'm going to call First Take out.
Why? I call First Take out all the time.
Well, what they were saying was like there needs to be a change with how quarterbacks, give themselves up. And one of the guys said to dive, and I said that is a terrible suggestion.
At this point, anything is better than what we have now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be completely honest. Like, if you dive head first, you do have a less chance because if you start going like this with the football, that's like fighting for end zone stuff in the middle of the field. Less chance somebody's going to tackle you because they're going to be like, "What the hell is he doing?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
It's more the confusion factor that's going to get him.
Yeah, true.
It was just like the fact that he said that it was in the heat of the moment. He didn't know, and he apologized, even though, and he used
there are some things
like late or unnecessary.
There's some things that happen in the heat of the moment, and listen.
Yes.
Listen, I'll tell you all this story. We were at Chicago State one day, and was getting ready to do a game, and I saw someone in my play-by-play chair.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't happy.
No.
He showed up when he was told not to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
I walk in with Victor, and I see somebody in my play-by-play chair, and Victor saw the look in my eyes. And you know what he did? He grabbed me and pulled me out of the gym.
Don't ask me how, because he was a lot heavier than what he is now.
Mm-hmm. Victor wrapped his arms around me, kept my arms at bay, and yanked me out of the gym. And all he told me to do was wait. I stood there in silence. Well, the guy that was in my play-by-play chair walked out. I walked in, and I got my chair back.
He was removed.
I got my chair back.
I'm just saying, like, there needs to be some form of way to help out and keep quarterbacks safe without ruining the game.
Mm-hmm. Because they've ruined the game.
They really have.
They've
But
ruined
anyway,
the
that
game.
I just wanted to call that out because I saw that and I was like, no, you can't sit there and be serious.
Joy, to answer your question, Chris could not make it this morning.
Okay.
Chris couldn't make it. Chris couldn't make it this morning. He was having connection issues, so he'll be back next week.
Okay.
But coming up after the break, we gonna get totally deets.
I know.
Let's
But
get it.
I do want to quickly touch hockey after the break because we got the 4 nations rosters confirmed.
Oh, we do.
The 4 nations rosters were released last night.
Do it now. Do it now.
Do it now. Oh, Jesus Christ. You son of a...
Why do you think I run 6 tabs on my screen just in case something like this happens?
Do it now.
4 nation... Last night on the NHL Network, we got the full rosters for the 4 nations face-off. It's going to be held in Boston. Team USA.
Okay.
You have, for Team Canada, we're actually going to do them first. We got Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, Brad Marchand. There you go, Shane. Connor McDavid.
Not surprised.
Anthony Cirelli, Brandon Hagel, Seth Jarvis, Travis Konechny, Mitch Marner securing his spot. 2 Panthers here, Sam Reinhart and Sam Bennett.
Nice.
Mark Stone rounding out your forwards. On defense, you got Josh Morrissey, Colton Parayko from the Blues. Obviously a deserved spot there. Shea Theodore, Alexander Pietrangelo, Travis Sanheim, and Devon Tays, former Blackhawk there. And then you got your 3 goalies, Jordan Biddington, Aiden Hill, and Sam Montembeault.
Nice.
That's
For
interesting.
Team USA, you got Charlie McAvoy as a D-man for Team USA. This is your first 6 in. They had their first 6, and then they did the rest.
Right.
First 6 in was Charlie McAvoy, Jack Eichel, Adam Fox, Quinn Hughes, Austin Matthews, and Matthew Tkachuk were your first 4 in.
Tkachuk!
Your first 6 in. And then after it, it's Matt Boldy, Kyle Connor, Brock Faber, Jake Gensel. One of your goalies was Connor Hellebuck, Noah Hannafin, Jack Hughes, Chris Kreider, Dylan Larkin, JT Miller, Brock Nelson, Jake Ottinger, your second goalie, Jacob Slavin, Jeremy Swayman rounding out your final goalie, Brady Tkachuk, Vincent Trocheck, and Zach Werenski rounding out Team USA. I'm a little upset to not see Spencer Knight there, but it's okay.
Oh, we got a pair of Tkachuks on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I don't see Swayman starting more than 1 or 2 games.
What I heard is that it's a rotation system.
Yeah.
Team Sweden, your first 6 in was Forsberg, Philip Forsberg, Gustav Forsling, Victor Hedman, William Nylander, Eric Carlson, and Mika Zibanejad from the Rangers. After that, you got Adrian Kempe from the Kings, William Karlsson, Vegas, Joel Eriksson Ekblad from Minnesota. You got Gustav Nyquist, Nashville, Elias Pettersson, Vancouver, and then you got Lucas Raymond, Leo Carlson, Elias Lindholm, Victor Arvidsson, Jesper Bratt, Rasmus Stalin, Rasmus Anderson, Matthias Ekholm, Jonas Brodin, Philip Gustafsson, Jacob Markstrom, and Linus Ullmark, rounding out your 3 goalies over there.
Linus Ullmark, of course, the former Boston Bruin.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
The writers got this wrong, and it's making me laugh.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
So your first 6 in is Sebastian Aho, Alexander Barkov, Miro Heiskanen, Esa Lindell, Mikko Rantanen, and UC Saros for Team Finland. And they put Esa Lindell as a Panther when he's on the Stars.
Ooh. Do your research.
Go!
We got a Black Hawk on Team Finland. Teuvo Teravainen makes the
Teravainen. Yes.
Eetu Luostarinen makes the roster for the Panthers. So does Anton Lundell and Nico Mikkola. All 4 Finns for the Panthers will be playing for the Finnish team.
Nice.
Arturi Lehkonen, Patrick Laine, Capo Kakko, Rupe Hintz, Eric Halla, Mikael Granlund, Joel Armia, Juuso Välimäki, Rasmus Ristolainen, Olli Mata, Jani Hakanpää, Kevin Lankinen, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen round out the roster.
How the do you say all those?
Again, with a lot of hockey watching experience, you learn a lot of names.
You do.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is definitely the weirdest name I've ever pronounced.
Yeah.
But again,
I mean,
congratulations to the men that were listed to these teams, and I hope that you represent your nation proud. Again, and I believe they did announce team captains. Barkov, team captain of Team Finland. Crosby, team captain of Team Canada. Unsurprisingly, they're going to name Austin Matthews, team captain, Team USA. Team Sweden, it looks like it's going to be Philip Forsberg as your team captain.
Okay.
Actually, was looking at the tweets from the Panthers yesterday. I was like, "Where's Gustav Forsling?" I completely forgot that he was one of the first 6 in. Anyways, after this, totally Dietz. Go to a break. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn,
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP,
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger,
and then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
In the midst of hour 2, and if you'll push a button for me, Shane, this portion is presented in part by BetUS.com. That's for hour 2. BetUS.com, where the game begins. And I'm working on a little something right now that will improve the presentation of the show. So and I'm constantly working. I had someone ask me, my son asked me, because he got a peek at the show and he saw me always looking to my left. He says, "Why are you looking to your left all the time?" Because I'm constantly, and then he saw it, I'm constantly trying to improve the show while we're in motion. So, and I know Dietz is, what the?
I was about to say, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's about time we talk a little chaos.
Not yet. Not yet. Not
what have you
yet.
got up your sleeve?
I have something I'm working on, and y'all are just gonna have to be patient with me. We got We got plenty of time to talk about all the chaos that's going on in college football. And I'm going to tell y'all again, like I did Monday, the reason I get to laugh at Colorado. No. Not at Colorado. Let me change that.
Colorado.
Yes, Colorado. Okay. I get to laugh at Colorado and Colorado fans.
Oh, this ought to be good.
And again, I will say, we went into SKU. We went into Baylor, treating it like it was just another game, and we paid for it.
Uh-huh.
You mean to tell me they were exactly who they thought you were? How many did Baylor hang?
Oh no, the bear slaughtered
the Bears?
Jayhawk.
The what?
The bear slaughtered the Jayhawk.
Oh, that bad, huh?
It was a gruesome scene, and I don't think we can show the
footage.
I don't think we can show
This is some crime scene BS.
I couldn't keep a straight face after that.
That's some crime scene bull.
Why couldn't you, of all people, Droid, keep a straight face?
Because I'm like, the footage was gruesome.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I think there's might be children watching this show. I think they'd be better off.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
That's what you call a shellacking out back of the woodshed. That's a shellacking. That's a shellacking out back of the woodshed.
Now we got something cooking. I'll have to make a couple improvements as we go. Yoink. And yoink. And yoink. I'll have to cut one more thing. And I'll make sure I do that here in a few minutes. All right.
It's the time to get totally deets.
Ready?
Yep, let's go.
I got the button.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Deeds.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
Let's get totally Deets, baby. What's up, Deets? You kind of muted, man.
Muted.
Probably was early. What?
Yep, we're good.
How's it going?
Got you.
What up, remember, he doesn't entirely talk, so his audio's working, but it's just he doesn't talk.
Yeah, I always jump the gun. It's still playing the intro, and that's why I always come off muted.
Okay. Hey, the problems with listen, the problems with 21st century technology. Victor and I have had fights with it.
Yep.
On site. Okay, I know Droid has had problems with technology.
With this specific mic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I use the headset now.
Yes.
Oh,
totally understood.
Until I get that Node mic that I believe I ordered yesterday, until I get that Node mic, which is a mic that's going to be sitting like more over here.
Yeah.
I am not using this damn mic.
All I got to say is when it comes...
That thing crashed on you once, didn't it, Droid?
It fell on me, like
it fell on you.
because you see how it's hanging like this. It's actually hanging like from the top.
Oh wow!
It's going top down.
When it comes to technology, all I gotta say is
luckily we won't have any of those in terms of games because it's all the best of the best.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to start with a little disaster, and Dietz has lined this up for me. Let's start with the college football playoff disaster. And Dietz, I give you the floor because it is indeed a disaster.
Everything this weekend is just setting up for absolute. No one knows what the hell is going on.
True.
You're not wrong.
I mean,
you're not wrong.
I just looked at it today. We talked about it on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State loses at home to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
They drop one spot.
Yep.
Someone needs to inform me why. How is that not a knockout punch? You lost at home to a horrible Michigan team.
Mm-hmm.
And
but I want to bring something else that you said. You know, other teams are looking to knock off Michigan so they can have the feather in their cap of beating the national champions. That part plays, if you look at it from the outside, a little bit into it. But you're right, man. It was a horrible Michigan team that held Ohio State to 10 points. 10.
And you talk about, you go to the great Woody Hayes.
Yes.
What did he always say? It doesn't matter what happens as long as you beat Michigan. That's what Woody Hayes made that. If you're at Ohio State, what matters is you beat Michigan. They haven't done it.
Nope. Ryan Day is 1-4 against Michigan. 1-4.
But they're still slotted to have a home playoff game in the first round.
How? Tell me how the hell they're still in the playoff hunt. Tell me how they're still in the playoff bracket. Forget the hunt. How the hell are they still in the playoff bracket when they got socked by Michigan?
Let's put it this way. They're fourth. They're fourth in the Big Ten.
Yep.
But they're sixth in the rankings.
How?
Someone needs to do some explaining. This committee I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what their objectives are.
I don't either.
It makes no sense. But
I mean, I'm looking at this right now. The quality wins that they have is over Penn State, Indiana, and if you want to call it a quality, shut down Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
But yet again, their losses came to Oregon. Okay, that was a nail biter.
Yep.
And of course, now we're going to be talking about Michigan. It's like, huh?
Now I want to pose this. I want to pose this question. Enough about Ohio State. Tell me how in the blue hell Alabama is still in this bracket.
Well, Alabama,
they're
not really in the bracket. They're 12th. They're ranked 12th.
Yeah.
But they're not really in the bracket because Clemson is at 17 and they could, if they beat SMU, they could steal a spot.
Yeah.
Also, the Big 12, which you guys were just talking about, both teams playing in the Big 12 championship game are 17 and 18.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those teams is going to steal a spot.
Mm-hmm.
So technically they're not in. Even though they were in the top 12, they're not in the playoff top 12.
The top four that they have right now, the teams that would get a bye into the second round are Oregon, Texas, SMU, and Boise State. And you said it all year, Chris. Boise State just needs to keep winning and keep staying alive, and they've done that.
We'll talk more about Boise State in another segment coming up. But
okay,
yeah, they're right there. They're right there, and Friday night is going to be a huge night for them.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, all they have to do is get that win and see where everybody else plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could end up with them getting a bye, and now they're already in the second round of the playoff.
And they host the game, and they host the playoff game,
and people have to go play on the blue turf.
Yep. Thank you. You just said they have to
play on that is a lot. You're asking a lot out of teams to go do that.
Now, and I can tell you right now who they'd be looking at for that, because it'd be the winner of Arizona State, pending them winning, and Penn State.
Mm-hmm. Arizona and Penn State. And Penn State lost to Ohio State, and yet they get a spot. They're technically, you said it best, Deeds. Technically, they have a spot right now, pending the result of the Big Ten championship when they go up against high-flying Oregon.
But what happens in this is what makes no sense is what happens to the losers this week.
Oh my God!
What happens to people that lose? What happens to Texas if they lose to Georgia?
Again.
What happens to Georgia if they lose to Texas? What happens to Penn State if they lose to Oregon? Do they get jumped? Do they get jumped by Ohio State? But when they didn't play, do they get jumped by Indiana, who only has one loss? What happens to these teams that lose on championship Saturday because they had to play an extra game?
Who has the most to lose?
Who has the most to lose is probably the ACC, probably Clemson or SMU, because that's probably a win or get in. We just talked about the Big 12. The only way to get in is to win the Big 12 championship,
right?
But the ACC, SMU could fall all the way out if Clemson takes their spot.
Mm-hmm.
How far does SMU drop? Do you put teams above them? Probably the team that loses. I mean, the team that loses in my mind is Tennessee.
Yeah,
who's probably going to win by not playing.
Yep.
They're probably going to go up in the rankings and not even play a game
and seal up a home game in the playoffs.
Yeah, and make people go to Knoxville.
And make people go to the check. And make people go play in the checkerboards. And make people go play in the checkerboards. Ay.
Now, here's the biggest question: what if Penn State pulls the upset?
Which they're not.
That would be that again. What happens to how far does Oregon fall? And do they fall to 6? I mean, we just looked at the top 4. There's another team that's in the top 4, but because they're not allowed to get a bye, they have to be number 5, and that's Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, because they're not in the conference. Because they're not. We talked about Deets. We talked about this at the top of the year. Hell, we talked about it last year after the playoff completed. And they announced the expansion to 12 teams. And what was the first question I asked you?
What happens to Notre Dame?
Yep.
I mean, what
was the first question I asked you when they announced the expansion?
This is the thing. What do you do about what do you do about Notre Dame? And my first statement to you was why even do championship Saturday? It's totally meaningless.
It is.
All of these games are. This is going to be what we learn. We're going to learn is playing in a championship game. Is it good for your team?
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, if you lose that game, what happens to you? It should be nothing. You play the championship game. If you win, you get a bye. If you lose, you keep your spot. That's how it should be.
That's how it should. Yes.
I guarantee you that's not how it's going to be, though.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's
here's the thing.
At all, and it ain't fair.
Now here's the thing I've got. What would happen to Notre Dame depending on how things go with Championship Saturday?
I think Notre Dame. I think it's clear. I think it's clear. Notre Dame's locked up the 5th seed because they're not playing anymore.
And I think Notre Dame, in all honesty, after they lost to Northern Illinois, all they did was run the table, and yet they're going to get screwed out of a home game.
No, they're going to get a home game. They're going to get a home game. They're going to be the 5th seed, but they're not going to get a home game in the second round.
No, they would be getting Alabama, and the winner of that is SMU.
And they would host Alabama, wouldn't they?
Yes, they would.
So they'll host
Alabama, wouldn't they?
They'll host They'll host the 12. They'll host the 12 seed, which will probably be either Clemson or the Big 12 champion.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's going to go. Because remember when you look at the top 12, you've got to take that 12th spot out because it's going to go to the Big 12 champion. The 12th spot's going to be the Big 12 champion.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm looking at this first round matchup right now through all of this. They've actually got, if everything goes as planned for Saturday, they've got Penn State at 5 and Notre Dame at 6, which is where they'd be hosting 11 Alabama.
Aye.
And Penn State would be getting 12, which would be Arizona.
Damn. Damn.
Welcome to the chaos of Championship Saturday.
Oh boy.
The complete chaos. And you talked about who the biggest loser. So the biggest loser would be SMU.
Yes.
SMU could go from having a home playoff game, possibly getting a bye, to being out altogether.
Yeah.
If they lose to Clemson, the ACC is only getting one team. They're not getting multiple teams in.
No, they're not.
This is literally do or die. And, this is going to be one of those hardcore games for the ACC because SMU has been running table, but Clemson's got the name brand behind them. So who does the ACC pull for?
I think they want Clemson. I think they want Clemson in there. Clemson is definitely the more marketable team. You've got everything on the Clemson side. You've got Dabo. You've got all of that you can market from the ACC side. I think that's the way they would push. Plus, with SMU just joining the conference, not really a good look when the ACC when SMU just joins the conference and runs the table.
Dana Reagan joins us. He says Notre Dame will gladly welcome any Southern team in South Bend. True there. He also says agreed on SMU, and the ACC wants Clemson to get in the playoff, like Dietz just said. Dana, remind me of where you're talking to us from so I can shout you out properly.
Well, what did Jimmy Johnson say? What did Jimmy Johnson say? If you're going to Notre Dame, don't leave the game in the hands of the officials.
Right.
That was what he said before the convicts versus the convicts versus Christians or whatever.
Catholics versus convicts, 1988.
Yeah. He said, "Don't leave it in the hands of the officials." That's what you're gonna get if you're traveling to Notre Dame to play a playoff game.
Yep. And that was a playoff game, playoff caliber type game in '88. Notre Dame and Miami. Let's take a break. We'll take a short break, and when y'all get back, there's so much more for us to break down. When we come back, we'll talk conference championship previews because there's 4 big ones we got on the network, and we'll preview them all. And we'll talk Heisman Trophy after a short break. We continue with Totally Dietz after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family. So the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals, chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
All right, we're inside Totally Dietz as we come down the stretch of hour 2. Chris Dietz has joined us via the Invader Coffee guest line. It's time to preview Championship Weekend. Not just Championship Saturday, but Championship Weekend. And this is the point where I want to bring up with Dietz when we talk Boise State. They host the championship game, do they not? Or do they play it somewhere else?
No, they're hosting.
They host it.
Okay.
Mountain West does it by best team.
Okay. So the Mountain West title will be played on the blue turf. That ain't oh boy. And their opponent is
UNLV.
Oh, they're gonna run them over. I'm sorry. The running Rebs are going to get run over.
Well, we mentioned it before.
Yeah.
This game is not just this is not just Boise State getting into the playoffs. This is not just Boise State making a statement.
Yep.
This is Ashton Genty. This is his chance to win. This is his chance to steal the Heisman.
Yep. Because right now, all votes are for Travis Hunter.
That's what I want to get into. That's what I want to get into with the Heisman. The Heisman Trophy, we saw it last year. It's no longer the best player in college football. It's a popularity contest.
It is.
And now, everybody is talking about Travis Hunter and Travis Hunter and Travis Hunter and Travis Hunter. And where's Colorado? They're sitting at home.
They're sitting at home.
Meanwhile, Ashton Genty has Boise State on the brink of a playoff, possibly a bye in the playoff. No one had that coming.
Nope. No one
And
saw.
Nobody
is
is talking
coming.
about Ashton. Nobody is talking about Ashton Genty.
I think Ashton is one of only a few running backs this year to get 100+ per game. I believe that to be true.
Something like that, yeah.
I know he's gotten 100 each game. But it's crazy that no one is talking about Ashton Genty except us. Okay? Because we left Travis Hunter alone after they got blown out by Nebraska. We left this crew. I can promise y'all this.
How about when we were live on the air calling the Colorado game?
Yep.
The Colorado Kansas game where Travis Hunter did not get the ball in the second half. Didn't have a catch. Did not have a handoff. Did not make a single play, and their defense got run over by Kansas.
They surrendered 519 yards to Kansas. Chris and I called that game. It was part of our double duty Saturday. Chris and I called that game, and Chris, I remember you saying if they don't target Travis Hunter, they're done.
Yeah.
They did not target Travis Hunter on offense once.
And the one time they did was a corner of the end zone shot that was thrown out of bounds.
Yep.
Was the one time they threw him the ball in the second half.
The one time.
But he's the best player in college. But he's the best player in college football because he's the only player that anyone talks about. When they talk about Heisman, he's the only guy they talk about. What about Dylan Gabriel, who's got his team to 12-0 and possibly the number one team in the country?
Second time.
Nobody wants to talk about Dylan Gabriel. No one wants to talk about Dylan Gabriel up for the Heisman.
Second time Oregon's gone 12-0. They play in the Big Ten Championship in Indianapolis against Penn State on Saturday night. To me, the candidates for the Heisman Trophy are Dylan Gabriel and Ashton Genty. Period.
Mm-hmm. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Those two guys.
If there's a third candidate, I'd love to see him.
And it comes down to who plays better in their projective championship game.
Yep.
If Ashton Genty goes out, has 200 yards, scores 3 touchdowns, and Boise State blows out UNLV, we'll be looking at him. If Dylan Gabriel goes out, throws for 300 yards, and blows out Penn State, he'll have the upper edge. But these are the guys we should be looking at. Nobody's even putting them on the radar. Oh, because Travis Hunter plays both sides of the football. He plays both sides of the football. But he didn't get his team anywhere. And in big games and big moments, he faded away.
Yep. Nebraska.
By the way,
Nebraska, Kansas.
Okay. I was going to say, going back to Genty for a moment, I've got his stats up in front of me. He's averaging nearly 55 yards more than second place Omarion Hampton from North Carolina on yards per game, and has 13 more touchdowns.
What's the yards per game average for Ashton Genty? Since you have the stats in front of you,
191.
Listen.
yeah.
He's averaging nearly
just short of 200 yards a game.
South of 200 yards per. That's not the 200 rushing yards per game. Let's say that again. He's averaging just south of 200 rushing yards per game. And since Shane is our statistician this morning, how many 200-yard games has he had this year?
That's almost Derrick Henry numbers.
5. He had 5.
5 200-yard.
And his most recent
games.
His most recent one was Black Friday. 37 carries, 226.
That's almost Derrick Henry numbers.
Listen,
he opened the season busting out a 267 game, and then against WSU he had a 259 game.
I mean, no one except us, and yes, I proudly say except us. Because we bring the real when it comes to sports talk, especially college football. No one else except us is talking about Ashton Genty. Listen, Dietz put me on to Ashton Genty in week 1, before week 1, because Dietz called me and he said, I got your Heisman Trophy candidate. Talk to me. He said, Ashton Jeanty of Boise State. And I scoffed for a moment until Dietz said, take a look at him. I took a look at him and kept him on the radar. Because early in the season, it was Dylan Gabriel. They were all quarterbacks. When the preseason Heisman first came out, sorry, I'm stuttering here. I'm getting excited.
Mm-hmm.
It was Dylan Gabriel, Carson Beck, and Cameron Ewers. Cameron Ewers. Now it is Ashton Jeanty and Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel and Ashton Jeanty have been what every other Heisman Trophy candidate this season has not been. Consistent.
Well, that's not what they look for in the Heisman Trophy. We saw that last year.
True.
We saw it last year when Blake Corum was the only player in college football, not Division I, not Division II, all of college football, every division. Blake Corum was the only one that scored a touchdown in every single game he played in. Consistently good. And didn't even get invited to New York City.
Didn't get a vote.
That's when I came on this program and I said the Heisman Trophy is dead. It is a dead award. It is a popularity contest.
And Snowman, what were we just talking about to start the show? What were we just talking about to start the show?
Hall of Fame stuff.
The Hall of Fame.
And Dana said it. Dana Reagan from Hebron said it. It's a popularity contest, man.
The same way that they find ways to snub people like Roger Craig, they find the same way to snub people for the Heisman.
And they're doing it again.
Yes.
Because, Dietz, I got to applaud you because every week last year on this program, you said Blake Corum is your Heisman Trophy winner and he won't get a single vote. That was Dietz's argument. I watched Blake Corum. He's right, and he's been right. Didn't get a single damn vote. Didn't even get invited to New York. And then when he was the only player in all of college football to score a touchdown, at least a touchdown in every single game. And now you got Ashton Jeanty, who is averaging just south of 200 yards a game, and no one except us is talking about him.
And just put that in perspective. He's averaging almost 200 yards a game at Boise State.
Boise State,
where
team that had.
Do you think they have wide receivers that teams are going? Oh, we got to double cover this guy. No, everybody knows Ashton Jeanty's getting the ball. Everybody in the ballpark knows they got 12 guys on defense with eyes on him.
Yep.
And he still rushes for that many yards.
For 191 yards a game.
That's insane.
That's crazy. And we are the only network, only sports show that honestly talks about who should win the Heisman. And for me, it's a 2-horse race. And I've said it all year, Dylan Gabriel and Ashton Jeanty. Period. I said nothing. And I got scoffed at by so many people. And
you look at it, Dylan Gabriel's not even on the list. And you look at what he did. You go back to, we always go back to Heisman moments.
Right.
The guy's down by a touchdown against Ohio State with a season on the line, drives Oregon all the way down, and not only rushes in the game-winning touchdown.
Yep. I mean,
why isn't he on the list?
Because no one wants to see true greatness honored. That's all I can say.
They're also will question like, well, what school does he go to? And if it's not one of those schools that,
and if it's not one of, it's not
one of these big name programs. It's only the number one team in the country.
Right.
Yeah. If it's not,
again, Dietz, say that again, please.
You can't pull that card. You can't pull that card when the team is the number one team in the country, and they won the biggest game, and he led the game-winning drive.
But I will say this, and it's something that Shannon Sharp used to say back when we were talking about other individuals for the Hall of Fame. If they like you, they will come up with every single reason to get you in. If they don't, they will find every excuse to keep you out.
Roger Craig, hello.
And a lot of that goes back to where Dylan Gabriel started his career. You know, he started at UCF.
Yeah.
Then he went to Oklahoma.
Then
he spurned Oklahoma to go to Oregon. So a lot of this, the only argument I could see, and it's not an argument, but I could see them making is, well, he's in his 6th year. He's got that extra year because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gave that to him. I didn't give that to him. He's on the field, so it counts. I mean, you can't hold that against him that you allowed him to play.
It's the same thing that, and I hate bringing this name up because y'all know how much she pisses me off. It's the same thing that Cheryl Swoops was talking about in terms of Caitlin Clark breaking records. Well, she's had an extra year to break the record. She didn't do it in 4 years. Cheryl, I hate to inform you of this, but yes, she did.
Well, it doesn't.
She did it.
Doesn't matter.
She did it in 4 years
because that's underlying circumstances that were beyond her control.
And but see, these Heisman voters don't think that way. They really don't think that way. They don't give two crap. Nope, they don't. And it's stupid. It's absolutely freaking stupid to think that. Okay? It's stupid to think that. Dana Reagan from Hebron. Yeah, but the old Pac-10 was overrated, so teams from there got passed over in favor of winning tradition teams in the South and Midwest. So true.
Well, now it's not a Pac-10. Now it's a Big Ten. Now it's the Big Ten. I'm pretty sure everybody knows the Big Ten. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who the Big Ten champion is going to be. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. If Dylan Gabriel goes out and throws for 300 yards in the Big Ten championship game and still gets left off the list, we're all going to be sitting here going, what are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Right.
And I love that Dietz brought that to us. Not just to me, but to us. Okay? Dietz brought that to us saying, what are we doing with MVP votes and Heisman Trophy votes? It's a two-horse race.
Supposed to be the best. It's supposed to be the best player in college football, not the most popular, not the guy who caused the most buzz. It's the guy who produced on the field the most. And
right now, it's a two-horse race for me.
To me, it is. To me, it's Ashton Genty 1, Dylan Gabriel 2.
Gabriel 2. Yep. But they won't. But the voters won't look at it that way. And I think I'll bring a suggestion to mind that Dietz said they should hold the Heisman Trophy vote until all the games are complete.
Yeah,
including the playoff games.
Oh, they should definitely do it. I actually just noticed something that is astonishing, and I'm still in awe of. So Army is playing Tulane this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
In the American Conference Championship.
Yes.
And it pushed the Army-Navy game back to next week.
Yeah, because this is usually the weekend for
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah,
it pushed the game to next week because Army has to play in a conference championship game.
Figure that one out, folks. Figure that one
out. Weird.
I can't. I can't figure it out. I can't make sense. Can't make sense of this. You can't make this
there's
up.
No structure with that. There's no structure.
None. Where are they playing Army Navy this year?
I think in New England.
Yeah, it's in Foxborough.
I think it's in Foxborough.
It's in Foxborough?
It's in Foxborough. What?
I mean, it used to be. It was in Philadelphia.
It was always in Philadelphia. Droid, what's up?
What, Droid?
As if I thought it couldn't get worse.
It's gotten worse, has it?
Army playing in the land of Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, you stupid idiot. In the former land of Kraft mac and cheese.
it's probably a closer trip for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they play in West Point, New York.
Usually they play in West Point.
Usually Army Navy was held in Philadelphia.
Well, they always do it. They always do it in an NFL. They always do it in an NFL stadium, and so they just rotate.
And yeah, it's a rotation now between the Meadowlands and Foxborough and Philadelphia and Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, hey, Washington D.C., clear some land and bring back RFK Stadium, will you please? All right,
actually, hold up. We actually had it switched.
Really?
You did?
I actually have the locations. I found it for the next 4 games, counting this year.
Okay.
This year, it's being held in Northwest Stadium, a.k.a. Commanderland. 2025
the new RFK Stadium.
The new RFK. 2025 is going to be at M&T Bank.
Oh, Baltimore. They're hitting the Maryland circuit now. Nice.
2026 is in MetLife, and 2027 goes back to the Link.
You know what? Dear Washington, D.C., please bring back RFK Stadium with all the modern amenities and move the Redskins. Yes, I said it. Redskins back to RFK Stadium. Bring the name back. Bring the chief back. I know this is a sidebar from what we're talking about. We're getting ready to go to a break, but please allow me this sidebar. Listen, to the stupid people that dropped the threat of removing sponsors from
Washington,
the Redskins. Let me be the owner of the Redskins. I'd be so proud to have the team called the Redskins. And in the midst of political strife, and we don't talk politics here, thank God we don't, but in the midst of political strife, give me this button. I'd have told all of them 2 words. 3, actually. And Victor, you know them well.
Yep.
All y'all. The Redskins are staying the Redskins.
Snowman, your sidebar may actually have some backup.
They won't call it RFK. They won't call it RFK Stadium anymore. That will not happen.
They may actually be looking to revitalize RFK.
Well, it will not be called RFK anymore. I can guarantee you that, especially after what happened this past November.
Yeah, true. And
here's the thing, though.
RFK is that's not going to happen. The NFL is not going to allow.
Hold up. According to Newsweek, I'm looking at this right now. Commanders owner Josh Harris has expressed support for a name reversal since he took the team over last year. Harris and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell visited Capitol Hill on Monday to lobby for a bill that would help revitalize RFK Memorial Stadium and bring back the name of the Redskins.
Give me this. How long ago was that article written, Shane? Because we do here,
start of this month.
Okay.
Because what we do here is cite our sources and actually bring the true news to people. Okay, Dietz, I owe you a ton of thanks, brother, for hanging with this show for the past 8 years, hanging with my network for the past 8 years, with all the changes that have gone on from ISNet to Arena Sportsnet to now Snowman Sportsnet. I mean, brother, I love you very dearly. Thanks for coming on every Thursday and providing your insight. You're awesome, man.
Hey, there's one thing that doesn't change. We could change the landscape. We could change where we post. The thing that doesn't change is we bring the truth.
Yes. From the first time we ever combined with Fit Down Sports to now, I'm going to have Hail to the Redskins take us to a break. Shane, get that button ready. We're going to a break, and when we come back, we got more college football madness inside an hour, 45-minute edition of Totally Dietz.
All right.
Truth only here. Thank you, Dana. The hottest of hot takes and the coldest of cold hard facts. Hour 3. After this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Dietz.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Dietz YouTube channel.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Oh, man, the folks in the chat are showing some love. Dana Reagan joining us from Hebron saying, yep, truth only here. Thank you, Dana, for being one of the constant supporters of not only the show, but the network. And as we unveil Snowman Sportsnet, and it'll be the official sports arm of Snowman Multimedia, man, we got a lot in store, including Thursday Night Football tonight. when the Detroit Lions host the Green Bay Packers. Yours truly, Brian Snow, will be on the call when the Packers get obliterated.
We finally got a good Thursday game. Finally got a Thursday game that matters.
It won't be good at the halftime because Detroit's going to blow them out of the water.
But
Actually,
it matters.
It's a wonderful game.
If Detroit does that, Detroit extends their lead in the North. This is Detroit's chance to throw the haymaker and knock out Green Bay, or Green Bay is going to take a little to get back in the race. So it's a meaningful game on a Thursday night, which is something we haven't had all season.
Exactly.
True. Next Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, I'll welcome Texas Hall of Fame broadcaster and voice of the Spurs, Bill Schoenig, one of my best friends in life and in broadcasting. I will have him on Monday morning.
Speaking of the NFL, Victor, are you back?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm back, sir.
All right. Before I get to my next college topic, because this is the lead into the next college topic.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And Victor, I want you to just strap. You need to put a seatbelt on because you might fall out of your chair on this one.
Sure.
So I was out at the bar yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting there watching NFL Live, and they mentioned, should the Cowboys re-sign Mike McCarthy? Well, that brought up a whole discussion of, obviously, me being a Cowboys fan. I said re-sign. I said if his contract ends, they should just let him walk. So somebody said to me, "Well, who should be the next coach of the Cowboys?" And one of the guys said, "How about Deion Sanders?" And I looked at him and said, "Are you insane?"
What?
I said, "Are you insane?"
God.
And I said to this is what I said. This is what I said verbatim. I said, I said, look, I love Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got to wait a second.
It's lag.
What happened?
And I said to him, I said, look, I said, Prime hasn't done anything at the college level.
Colorado yet.
Thank you.
Okay, let me try and piece this obvious frivolity from the public together.
Victor, can I make a joke real quick?
Go ahead, Droid.
If they have the chance, the Cowboys should let Mike McCarthy. I don't even need to say more.
Oh, God.
Look, first and foremost, why is this even a question? Mike McCarthy should be fired.
Mike McCarthy should have never been hired. How about
Well,
that?
they don't have to fire. That's the key. They don't have to fire him because his contract runs out at the end of this season.
Right. So so then let him walk.
They can just let him go. Just let him walk.
In the immortal words of my good buddy Robert Ford, the longtime radio voice of the Houston Astros.
See you later. See you later.
I got a better one when it comes down. I got a better one when it comes down to Deion Sanders coaching in Dallas.
Bitch, are you for real? Well, here's the thing. First and foremost, Prime hasn't shown himself to be a big time coach in Colorado yet. Okay, Colorado has been kind of a sieve. Let's just be real right now. Okay. Now, I don't know who would take this job right now because the Cowboys are a colossal disaster on many aspects.
Can I get an amen for that?
On many aspects. And Dietz, I know you've been watching the games. Why is it that that we've had the same O-line that Dak Prescott had, and he looks so terrified and so scared and can't throw the ball properly, but Cooper Rush is just throwing darts. It's the same O-line. What's the difference here besides our quarterback? One is either not afraid or at least has a little more presence in the pocket, and the other one is so terrified of hearing footsteps, he tucks and runs or throws these silly little screen passes. I don't get it.
Because Cooper Rush is not indecisive. Dak Prescott, we talk about it all the time. It's not anything physical with Dak Prescott. It's his decision making. He makes terrible decisions.
Thank you.
Can you say that again, please?
I hate to say this. But his decision making is as good as Caleb Williams right now, and I hate to say that because I know Caleb Williams still's got a lot to develop. He's got a lot of time left, but Dak, your time is starting to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You listen, Dak Prescott. What have I said?
Well, before we get dragged down this rabbit hole, the reason I brought this up is because when I said Deion Sanders he's not proven anything as a college coach. I got jumped on. Oh, yeah, he has. He took a one-win team and I'm like, where has he taken them? He's taken them to 4th in the Big 12. He has not. He didn't make a bowl game last year. Where has he taken Colorado? He hasn't taken them anywhere. And,
Thank you.
And not to mention, in any big game in Deion's entire career, go back to Jackson State, 0-2 in the Celebration Bowl when he played a team that was as good as his team. 0-2. When he's played big games at Colorado, Nebraska couldn't hack it. Kansas with a chance to win the division, the chance to seal their shot.
Seal their spot in the championship game.
Yes.
A big game. And so let's see what Deion does in a bowl game this year and see what they do when they play, because they're going to play in a bowl game this year, but let's see what they do.
Yeah.
But this is the topic I wanted to bring up.
Go for it.
Everybody was trying to tell me yesterday, yeah, he's had success. What is success at the college level? Is 9 wins 9 wins is success?
9 wins is regular.
Get double digit wins before you tell me he's had a successful career. Before he's had a success, win a conference championship.
We are trying to dig deeper nostalgia, and it doesn't work.
They're marking success, and BGS brought this to my attention, especially when it comes to Deion Sanders. They're marking success about how much money he's brought to Colorado, how much money he's brought to the university, and the ticket sales. That is their measure of success. And to that point, he is absolutely correct.
Right.
Absolutely.
He's absolutely right. He brought
that's a collegiate success. You don't have that. You don't have that problem at the NFL level. Tell me a successful program that Deion has run.
Exactly.
They fired every offense. They brought in all new coordinators this year. His second year in. Yep. Nobody knows what kind of offense they run. Nobody knows what kind of defense they run. They don't do anything special.
They make it up on the fly.
There's nothing special that he brings. What he brings is all of the outside stuff. All of that outside stuff, Deion brings it a lot. And nobody does that. Nobody does that better than Deion. Nobody promotes Deion better than Deion.
True.
He's the best at that. But that being said, at the college, I had somebody tell me, recruits want to go there. Last time I checked, Georgia and Ohio State are still the best recruiting places in the country.
Exactly.
They
haven't changed that. Miami's creeping up in the recruiting.
Yep.
Colorado is not even in the top 10.
No.
And you know why they're not in the top 10 is what Dietz just said. You have Georgia, you have Ohio State, and you have Miami more creeping up on the ranks.
You have more attractive programs out there than Colorado. Yes, Colorado's starting to make a little bit more noise. And yes, I had just as much high hopes for Colorado when Deion went there because I'm like, look, Deion did well back in the school he was with. I could think he could do well now. The problem is that when push comes shove, when it's time, to really see what's going on, we have seen all we can that Colorado ain't going nowhere bowl wise. They're not going anywhere championship wise.
Mm-hmm.
And now you want to take that and put it in a struggling Dallas team.
Yeah.
That the only two things that have really made this season somewhat watchable has been Brandon Aubrey and Kevontae Turpin. And that's it.
That's sad.
That's it.
And I love how
that's all they have right now. That's all they have right now.
Right.
And I love how early in the season I was talking about Kevontae Turpin, and Snowman tried to shut me down and be like, Kevontae Turpin's nothing.
And I'm still shutting that down.
Turpin hit that circle and put on that spin move the other day.
I'm kidding.
Against the Redskins. That was amazing.
As I said, I'm kidding as I say that. I didn't welcome Kenneth Clark to the program. Kenneth, thank you for joining us, I believe, from Florida. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Mm-hmm. He said it should be called Snowman in the All Day and Night Sports Channel. Man, I will say this. We're working at it. That's why Snowman Sportsnet is born. And thank you, Tom D'Alfonso, who I praised earlier in the program, for not only the idea, but for the graphics brand that he put together. You all will see it all on the website that will launch later today. Go ahead, Victor.
One of the things that I heard was possibly Belichick, which I'm like, I don't know if you can pay Belichick enough to want to put his name next to. If you want to put his name next to
I'll tell you where they have where they think Belichick will go.
Where?
Go west.
I don't think they're gonna step away from Shanahan.
Nope, they're not.
I don't think they're gonna step away from Shanahan.
And to Chris and to Dietz's point about defining success, how about this success from Kyle Shanahan? The only thing that has curtailed, and I will say this proudly, as a 49er fan and insider, the only thing in the Shanahan era that has curtailed him from winning multiple Super Bowls is what you're seeing this year.
Injuries.
A ton of injuries. A ton. And they want to get Shanahan out of there. You know what? That's a soapbox for tomorrow because that's our NFL day. I will save that for Dietz. I may need you tomorrow. I will save that for tomorrow.
I'll be around. I'll be around tomorrow. Okay. But Victor, before we just to close this segment out, Victor, listen. I just want to say this. I also yesterday in this same conversation, I also won $100.
That's good
because somebody was dumb enough at the bar to bet me Shedeur Sanders will be the first quarterback taken.
Oh, nope. Come on. No.
I jumped on that bet. Before he even got the words out. I shook his hand and said, "Yep, I'll take that one."
Look, I like Shedeur.
I'll take that bet. Shedeur has a lot to improve on.
I like Shedeur Sanders. I like Shedeur Sanders, but he is nowhere near ready.
Thank you,
Victor. He's nowhere near ready.
He's nowhere near ready, and will not be ready as long as Deion Sanders is his coach.
As long as that line is what it is. This is where you're going to really see if Deion is a good coach or not. Because one thing that coaches know is they know their personnel, particularly their offensive and defensive lines. Snowman, you point on this yesterday, well, not yesterday, the day before, where you talked about the offensive and defensive lines of Colorado has been a sieve and continues to be a sieve. A top-tier coach would have already addressed that issue.
Shedeur Sanders has been sacked 36 times this year. I think I'm off on that number, but that's a number that someone was told. That's what's told to me.
Right.
Hang on, I got you. Just keep going.
Please research that. Please research that for me. But I know last year he was sacked 56 times. 56.
That's inexcusable for any line.
If I were an offensive lineman for Colorado, I'd be embarrassed for allowing almost 90 sacks of Shedeur Sanders in 2 years. I'd be embarrassed.
Sanders is at 38 right now.
38. Okay. Someone told me 36. I think he's like first or second most this year, just like last year.
Something like that.
94 sacks into. If I was an offensive lineman for Colorado and recruited by Deion Sanders to play for Colorado to protect his son, I'd be embarrassed.
So I'm going to ask this. If Deion can't figure out that his offensive line needs to keep his quarterback upright in the college level, what makes you think he's going to be able to do that in the NFL?
And look, Deion has done a great job coaching the secondary at Colorado.
Yeah.
Where's their pass rush? Doesn't exist.
Doesn't
exist. They don't have a pass rush.
Just ask the state of Kansas.
Yes.
Just ask the state of Kansas.
And what did Kansas do? What did Kansas do in that game? They ran right down their throat.
Ran right through there.
Ran right the middle.
By the way, Snowman, Shador is 4th in the country in getting sacked. Fernando Mendoza of Cal has 41. Braden Sager and Anthony Colandera are tied at 39.
Tell me those names again.
He's right there.
Braden Sager out of Hawaii and Anthony Colandara out of UVA are both at 39.
I'm not surprised about any of those names.
And just look at all those teams that you just mentioned. Cal throws the ball about 900 times a game. Hawaii throws the ball about 900 times a game.
Yep.
So they're going to get sacked. They're going to get sacked more than anybody else just because they drop back to pass every single play.
Exactly.
And
no run presence.
Sanders, what does he do? Same thing.
There's no run presence.
Same thing.
And that's what's been killing them. So what these people are asking for is the same thing that we've been dealing with in Dallas to continue, which is lack of a run game, no offensive line presence, and having your quarterback get set up on a silver platter to get sacked.
And I'll say it. I'll say it again. All right, and I will say this proudly as a former lineman. If I was a lineman at Colorado and I allowed my quarterback to get sacked 94 times in 2 seasons, I'd be embarrassed.
If I'm an offensive line coach, my offensive line squad is doing stairs. They run in steps. For a good long while, they run in stairs for a good long while. Because there's no reason for our quarterback to be continuously on the ground all the time.
But they don't have a signature. They don't have a signature thing. Like you can't go to Deion and be like, if we bring Deion to anywhere, and a lot of people have said Deion will go to another program. If you're bringing Deion to your program, what do you bring? What is he bringing on the field? He's not bringing an offensive system. He's not bringing a system like Mike Gundy would bring a system, or like Mike Leach used to bring the air raid wherever he went. What you don't know what you're getting with you have no idea what you're getting with Deion because he doesn't have an identity. He doesn't have an identity on defense like a Matt Campbell with the 3-3-5. That's a totally different thing that nobody sees. That he has that nobody else does.
He doesn't have a unique philosophy. He doesn't have a unique coaching philosophy.
Thank you, gentlemen. I applaud everybody on this panel and in the chat that stick with the premise of Snowman in the Morning. And what is that premise? The hottest of hot takes.
And the coldest of cold hard facts.
And the coldest of cold hard facts.
Deion does not have a unique coaching philosophy.
No, he doesn't.
Every top tier coach has their own unique philosophy.
Hell, let's take it back to 1995 with Gary Barnett. What did he establish? Gary Barnett was hired in 1992 at NU. What did he bring to Northwestern? A running game. Darnell Autry. Hello. Right?
And Deion shouldn't have this problem because who was one of his teammates? Emmitt Smith. Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin. You had superstars who knows how the game should be played.
And you remember how that team was built.
Yes.
Okay?
If you don't know Jimmy Johnson, if you don't know, you ask. You have a plethora of talent of how the game of football is supposed to be played. Ask them.
But you also had guys that made the guys that go to the guys that do well when they go transfer from college to the NFL are people that have a system.
Yes.
That have something that they can bring to the NFL that say, hey, we can integrate this system into the NFL. You can't ask somebody, you can just and that's the thing about Deion. Like, if you have to get your guys excited at the NFL level,
yep,
then those guys shouldn't be in an NFL locker room. If they have to get hyped up to play a game, they should not be playing on Sundays.
Yeah,
true.
Thank you.
It's not about Deion is all about all the extra stuff. That's not what an NFL franchise needs. An NFL franchise is making money hand over fist. They don't need somebody to come in and bring them in. You don't recruit to your team.
Right.
In the NFL. The recruiting is the cash that people are paying you.
Exactly.
That's the recruitment factor. You don't have that.
It is.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, oh man. All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we will indeed preview championship weekend and we'll make some picks. And Shane, get the picks ready, man.
I've already got them.
Because championship weekend is here and we're about to lose control. Back in a little bit.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I keep pressing and that thing happens. All right. Woo! Coming down the stretch of hour number 3 here on Snowman in the Morning, and I got to make a public apology to Droid. I thought we alerted you that we have made the move to 3 hours. We did not alert you of that, so I sincerely apologize for that, my friend. Should have told you, and I blame myself for that. I blame myself.
It's all good. I mean, I remember you did mention possibility of 3 hours, but we were going to hold that off for a while.
Yeah, I did.
Everyone's mental state. I didn't expect it to be the day after, especially what happened yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true, but still, I still owe you an apology for not telling you. All right, we got some picks to make. Damn it!
Alrighty, all right.
Oh boy,
let's do this.
It's not the NFL picks, which should be
go.
fine, Shane.
And there's only 9 games, and we still also have to pick the Thursday night football game here in a little bit. But
Lions,
yeah,
Lions.
Meanwhile, our predictions are brought to you by BetUS.com, where the game begins. Friday night opens up the party. It is Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State's favored by 5, and the over-under is set at 57.5. Snowman, kick it.
Jacksonville State runs them over. I pick Jacksonville State to cover and to win.
Deets?
Yeah, I got to take Jacksonville State in that one.
Is that all right?
Yep.
Vic, we talking the first sweep of the day?
Yeah, we going the first SeatGeek clean sweep.
Love it.
There you go. Number 2 on the list. We're going to go Tulane and Army. Army ranked 24th in the nation. Tulane's favored by 5, and the over-under's at 45.5.
Tulane's favored?
Tulane is favored.
Wow.
Not in this blankety blank, they're not. Give me the Black Knights. I'm going the other way. Give me the Black Knights.
Dates?
The last time we saw Army, they were getting steamrolled by Notre Dame.
By Notre Dame, yes.
Now, Notre Dame will do that to a lot of teams, but I think Tulane has enough athletes to keep Army running. I'm gonna go with Tulane on this one.
Droid?
Green Wave. All right. I love it.
Vic?
I'm actually going to go with Army on this one.
All right, we got ourselves the split decision. Gee, what is this, boxing?
I don't know.
Let's talk championship games, and we're going to start.
Hey, you didn't make your pick, dude.
I have Army.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think
All
I
right,
said split?
Okay, split decision. Let's go.
First of the championship game docket, number 20 UNLV, number 10 Boise State on the blue turf. We already see where Droid is going.
Baby. Broncos are going to hang 600 yards on UNLV.
If I can,
500 of that will be on the ground.
If I can finish, Boise State's only favored by 4, and the over-under's at 57.5.
Only by 4?
4.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Give me the Broncos to hang. No. Did I say 600 yards?
600.
Okay,
yes.
I'm being generous. Give me the Broncos to hang 700 yards on the running Rebels. And they ain't gonna run anywhere. Give me the Broncos. They're gonna blow them out and seal their place in the college football playoff and piss off everybody that didn't expect Boise State to do a thing. Next.
Deets?
Boise State, and the hot take is Ashton Genty bumps up that yards per game.
I agree. Hey, Deets, I salute you.
It's at 190, and it's going to go up.
It's at 191, and it'll go up.
It's going to go to 200. Hey,
350. 350. There you go.
And there you go. Ashton Genty gets at least 350.
Yep, I'm going Boise State as well.
How much you want Ashton Genty to
then,
get,
you know what? This just happens to be another sweep brought to you by Invader Coffee. Fuel for the fearless.
Hey, Vic, how much you want Ashton Genty to get? I want him to get 350.
I'm going to get 350. Maybe 400.
350. We all want Genty to get 350.
Yep.
350. Next on the hit list as we move to the Saturday docket, the first championship game listed. Number 16, Iowa State. Number 15, Arizona State. From Jerry World, Arizona State's only favored by 2, and the over-under's at 49.5.
Damn.
That's a rough
Damn.
That's a rough one.
Damn. And I wanted this game, too. I wanted Arizona State and Iowa State to piss everybody off in the Big 12. Mission accomplished. All right. Tails. Damn it. Fear the Fork. Devils win. And I'm taking the over in this game.
Dietz?
I love Scarborough, the running back.
Yes.
I love this kid. I love the way he plays. Loved watching him. Watched him for the first time against BYU. Was impressed with the way he brings it every time.
We did that
the
game,
hole,
Dietz.
it keeps going.
We
Love
did that
kid.
game.
However,
this
is where we got to slow it down because Snowman, what did I tell you before the season even started? Matt Campbell needs to win the Big 12.
Yes.
He's got Iowa State to the game. Now he's got to finish it. I picked him before the season. I got to stick with – I'm not jumping off that train now. I'll take Iowa State in in a very close one.
It's going to go overtime. It's going to go overtime. I bet you it goes overtime. It's got to go overtime because me and Dietz are on opposite sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But you know something? I wouldn't care who wins that game. I want to see 70 points by both teams in that game.
Whoever wins, the pollsters are going to be mad. Whoever wins, so it's a win. It's a win-win.
It's a win for us.
True.
Anyway.
Win-win.
All right, Droid, show me who you got. I can't tell.
Is anyone?
He's going with a fork.
Yeah, I'm going ASU. I'm going ASU too.
Yeah, fear the fork. Fear the fork.
The fork is going to need some overtime lunch to end up getting this done.
Yeah.
But give me Arizona State, and it's going to be fun to watch.
I'll stand on that island. Let's go. Fit Down Sports. Go, Iowa. Now we're going to Iowa State. Let's go.
I'm surprised that Brian didn't go with the land of the Purdy's.
You know why? Because I saw Arizona State live against BYU in Tempe, Arizona. And I'm impressed with Arizona State's running game. Now, this is one where I truly don't have a horse in the race, just doing it to make our official picks here. This is one where I truly don't have a horse in the race. But you know what? I want to see 140 points in this game. What's the over-under for this?
The over-under was 49.5.
Bullshit. It's going to be over. Way over. It's going to be over. It's going to be over. Let's go.
Next on the docket from the Motor City inside of Ford Field, it's Ohio versus Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is only favored by 1.5, and the over-under set at 44.5.
Man, give me this doggone buddy.
Okay,
the
so
man
I'm a
that
liar.
claims to have elite ball knowledge.
Okay, I was kidding. I was kidding and pushing that. I was kidding and pushing that button. I should have put this one.
What in the all types of blue hell?
All right. Do I go with the land of the Roethlisbergers or do I go with the land of the Rourkes? Okay, I'm closing my eyes. The hell with it. I'm going with the land of the Rourkes. Give me Ohio.
Droid, while we wait for Dietz to come back, who you got?
Which way? Closer.
I was looking for something. I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna go with Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
I was just trying to see their roster because I know they have a guy with a crazy name, so that's why I'm going with him.
Vic, who you got?
I'm gonna go with OHIO on this one.
All right.
Split decision. I've got Miami of Ohio, but it'll be a close one.
It'll be a close one. Yep.
Next on the docket from the
50 to 49 or something like that.
50-48. 50-48.
48. Yes. Yes.
Next from the Silver Arrows in Atlanta. That's right, the Mercedes-Benz Dome. You've got number 5, Georgia. Number 2, Texas.
Ooh.
Texas is favored by 2.5, and the over-unders at 49.5. Snowman?
I got this. I got this one. Chris Simpson will join me. It's a 4:00 kickoff from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Hotlanta.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Oh, man. On one hand, you got the Bulldogs that are fighting for their playoff lives. A loss here and it's over.
Right.
On the other hand, you got the Texas Longhorns who are currently, I beg your pardon, are sitting in a bye. And Georgia whipped their ass last time in Austin, Texas, and 3 turnovers against Texas told the story. Texas has improved since then.
Mm-hmm. This is more where the coin lands on its side. This is where the coin just lands on its side.
The coin is on a branch on its side. The coin is on a branch in a 50-mile-an-hour wind, and the sumbitch won't move.
Right.
You know this kind of coin, Victor.
Oh, yeah.
You played the character of Two-Face at the Halloween party we went to.
Mm-hmm.
This coin is on its side as Two-Face is sinking in the water, Batman Forever.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of landing clean heads up, it lands on his side as he's sinking in the water.
For me,
all right, I'll pass for now. Come back to me.
Dietz?
I don't need to pass. The Dogs beat Texas in Austin, and guess what? This time they're in Georgia, and they ain't gonna be able to throw trash on the field. Georgia is gonna wipe the floor with them.
It's like the Von Erichs and the Freebirds.
It really is.
Screw it. Give me them Dogs. And the Dogs hang 40 on them this time.
Okay.
I'll trust my gut. Texas is still getting in the playoff. Don't get it twisted. But give me the Dogs. You have my pick. Give me the Dogs.
Right. Dude, we can't hear crap.
He's going with Georgia. I can already tell.
Dogs.
He's going green on his
Dogs.
face. He's going with Georgia.
You see that? Dogs.
All right. For me, I'll go out on a limb. I'm going to go the other way. I think Longhorns close the deal on this one.
All right.
If I don't,
hey Vic, you want to join me for the call on Saturday?
Yeah.
Sweet.
If I don't pick Georgia, AJ Styles is gonna put a phenomenal forearm in my ass.
If I don't pick the Dogs, I'll get speared by Bill Goldberg.
Right.
How's that?
Yeah, he's too busy rebuilding his 65 Cobra. I think you're safe.
Yeah. Me, Vic, and Chris Simpson will be on the call for that game.
Next on the docket from the Cajun Field in Lafayette, it's Marshall and Louisiana. Louisiana's favored by 6, and the over-under's at 56.5. Snowman?
Cajuns. I feel, and my wife loves putting Cajun spice in food sometimes, but I can't handle too much spice because she knows I try to preserve my voice. Cajuns, damn it. Let's go.
Dietz?
It's gonna be a rough night for Matthew McConaughey. He's gonna have to watch his Texas team, and then of course we are Marshall, but the raging too much raging down in that Cajun.
Cajuns, and it's a home game. Cajuns.
Droid.
All right, Droid, flip it.
He's going with Marshall.
He's going Marshall.
Renegades.
I've got the Cajuns in this one. It's going to be a spicy night for Marshall.
Same here. I'm going with the Cajuns.
Next on the list from the bank in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's number 17 Clemson, number 8 SMU. SMU is favored by 2.5, and the over/under is at 55.5. Snowman?
Woo!
Ruckus.
Screw it. SMU runs the table.
Dietz?
This is an ACC championship game, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So it's not an SEC team.
No.
Clemson wins.
Oh.
I hate you, Deets.
They don't lose. They don't lose to ACC teams.
I hate
They
your
don't do it.
guts.
Fair enough.
I hate you for every time you've done that to me in 8 years, Deets. I hate your ass, but I love you, brother. I love Deets, and Deets teases me like that all the time. Droid, flip it.
And
Whoops. He's
Wrong
not.
one.
He wasn't ready.
That's an
Mustang!
SMU.
Going SMU.
By the way, I don't know if you saw the first image, but this is the entire joke. Was I was going to flip it. It would be a Ford Mustang.
Oh, there you
Ford
go.
Mustang.
I see that.
Which way you going?
I'm going with Clemson. Yeah,
Going
Deets is right.
Tigers. Okay.
Deets is right.
Okay.
They don't lose the ACC.
But this is why it's Championship Saturday, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
And one of these years, I'm taking everybody to a championship game. It'll be on my dime. Everybody's going to have a press pass, and we're going to fill that bitch up. I guarantee, and it'll happen within the next 24 months. You heard it from me first. I'm bringing my family. I want y'all to bring your families. Let's fill it up, man.
I've got Clemson in the ultimate upset. As I said, it ain't an SEC team. Clemson ain't gonna bomb it.
All right.
And now the game of the night.
Woo-wee!
From Lucas Oil in Indianapolis, Indiana. It is number 3, Penn State. Number 1, Oregon. Oregon is only favored by 3.5, and the over-under is at 49.5. Snowman, here we go.
Quack. Yep. Dylan Gabriel hits Penn State for 400. Give me the Ducks.
Deets.
Penn State has played one ranked team all year. One. They played one ranked team all year. And guess what happened when they played that ranked team? They went into that team went into Happy Valley and punched them in the mouth. They couldn't get up.
Yep.
Right.
I'm going with the Ducks.
And James Franklin. We all joked about Ryan Day not being able to win the big one. James Franklin, same thing. He's going to get socked in the mouth, kicked in the ass, and punched in the nuts. I got Oregon winning this one going away.
Droid, flip it. What the hell is
Don't
that?
see it.
Quack,
Ducks.
quack, quack.
Do you make it a sweep?
Yes, I do. Quack.
Quack. Damn it.
Which means this last sweep and our picks have been brought to you by BetUS.com. Use code Snowman to get yourself a deposit match. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Get me out of here, please.
What a day. What a segment. Let me thank Chris Dietz for 8 years of support, many years of friendship, because we met a long time before I had Dietz start to come on my program. I mean, I think I met Dietz when I was homeless in 2016. While I was going through hell, Dietz was like, "Hey man, you gotta have me on. We gotta do something." And I would always hop on his show, Fit Down Sports, when it was on Blog Talk Radio. And I love this brother dearly, just like I love all of you guys for sticking with me, keeping me on my toes, keeping me accountable of everything that's going on. And only one time in our friendship has Dietz threatened to leave. He said, "Look, if you don't have me on your show in 1 week's time, I'm never talking to you again." It was 2018, and I was living in a hotel in Michigan City, Indiana, and I was going through hell. And this is before Jody showed up in my life. Okay,
I remember this.
I had just moved into the hotel, out of the shelter, and Dietz was so mad at me because I couldn't get a hold of him. It was not the fact that I didn't get a hold of him at the time, Dietz. It was the fact that I couldn't get a hold of you at the time because I didn't have a phone. Got a phone. And
I still remember just making hell for all the people at Starbucks.
Yes. Dietz always teased me every time I was at Starbucks, because I did my show from Starbucks for 2 years in Michigan City, 2 years in Michigan City, and 1 year in Dayton, Ohio. I was always at a Starbucks, and Dietz was talking mess every time because every time the barista would bring me a drink, especially when I was in Michigan City.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to share this story. The first time I ever did a show in Michigan City, at the Starbucks, and the folks were getting to know me, and the baristas were getting to know me. There was once they brought me a green tea lemonade, and I got up to pay them, and they said, "No, it's on the house." Dietz playfully, and I mean this playfully, flipped out. Dietz said, "How the hell can you get a free drink and it's your first visit? Doesn't it require you to be there at least a month?" I mean, Dietz was flipping out in my ear, and I was cracking up. Me and Dietz were cracking up the whole time. Later on, when I had Dietz on the phone, the same barista brought me another drink, and he saw me on the phone, and he heard Dietz once again, and Dietz was cracking up while he was doing this. Dietz said, "What the hell is this? You get 2 free drinks in the same visit?" I mean, Dietz was flipping out and was cracking up at the same time. I'm sitting there dying. Okay. The following month, the manager comes over to me and she says, "You got to keep it down a little bit. We love having you. We're glad that you're here, but you got to keep it down a little bit for the rest of the guests." I said, "No problem." And it happened to be on a Thursday, and I sat and shook in my chair, and I'm going, "Oh God, Dietz is going to join me today." And Dietz is going to pick on me for being at Starbucks, and I'm going to laugh my ass off, and I'm not going to be able to contain it. Just then, now remember, it was during the summer. Just then, the manager brings me the biggest, fattest mocha frappuccino I could lay my eyes on.
Oh, good Lord.
And Dietz saw it. Dietz saw the barista. She came behind me. She gave me a hug, and she put the mocha frappuccino in front of me. And I turned and looked at her, and I said, "How much do I owe you?" She said, "Nothing. This is on the house. This is for you promoting us." When she walked away, Dietz turned into me. Why do I say that? Because Dietz looked in the camera before I even turned the stream on. Dietz looked in the camera and said, "I'm kicking your ass." And I said, "Why?" He said, "You get all these perks sitting your ass in Starbucks every day." And I'm already losing it. And Mary comes over, one of the senior baristas. Mary comes over. She puts her hands on my shoulders, and she's giving me a massage, and she hears me laughing. And she says, "Who is it?" Because by that time, they've gotten used to all the guests that would come on my show, and they've gotten used to me doing video as well. So we set it up where I was at a certain part of the Starbucks where I don't disturb anybody. And when I moved to that corner, Dietz made fun of me and said, "You're sitting in the corner, aren't you?" I will never forget this. Dietz said, and I quote, he says, "They got you sitting in the corner, don't they?" And I lost it. That's when Mary came over. She starts cracking up, and she says, "What'd he say?" I said, "I'll tell you later." My stomach was hurting from Dietz laughing at my ass. And he said, "They got you sitting in the corner." And he goes, "That's what you get. You always sitting in that's what you get. Yeah, that's where you belong. You sitting in the corner." Dietz was letting me have it, and I'm dying.
It was always a good time. I loved messing with people live.
Dietz, I love you very much, brother. We love you. Thanks for coming on.
Especially me. Especially me, because I don't feel so lonely.
Right.
So we can take those cowboy strays together, Victor.
Yes,
bruh.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dietz. We love you. You're a permanent part of the show. I'll make sure I get your bio and stuff on the website today, because that's all I'm going to be doing. Thank you, Dietz.
Absolutely, man. Hey, we're going, guys. Enjoy the games on Saturday.
Yes, thank you.
Indeed.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Dietz.
That's not just a murmur. That's a full-blown fibrillation.
I got a ton of work to do because today we are relaunching the Snowman in the Morning podcast. It will be available on all streaming platforms, and I'm going to promote the absolute daylights out of this. So thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for joining us. I got people making fun of me. Oh, you're not doing the numbers. Not yet. Next year we will.
Before we go, did we agree that it was going to be a sweep of Detroit versus Green Bay?
Yes.
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 Droid, were you in on that too, or were you going to go renegade mode?
He froze.
No, he didn't freeze.
No.
Nope. He's
Listen, hold on. Bring it back. If I went renegade mode, my friend Drew would kill me.
okay. So it's clean sweep.
It's a clean sweep.
Now that all the paperwork has been handled, let's get the hell out of here.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough, folks. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. Please support the show. Please join the Patreon, patreon.com/snowman in the morning. And you can support financially via Super Chat or by Cash App, $Tallman, Dr. K50. We are out of here, and we will see you tomorrow for a fantastic Football Friday, when the return of a very special friend takes us through the rest of the season. Tell you who it is tomorrow. So long, everybody. By the way, dear Bronzexuals, you.
Stop it. Get some help.
Dear Bronzexuals on top of Bronzexuals, you. Dear ESPN for shoving Bronzexuals down our throat and up our ass for 20 years. You, and you.
Shut up, bitch. Oh, my God.
And now
Get out of our face, you thirsty bitches. See y'all tomorrow.